Hello. Welcome to the channel. I am Nate, and this is Peach Domino Papercraft. Well, that just hit the floor. Today, just so happens to be June the 11th. June the 11th. Almost halfway through the month, y'all. And we are still working in this kit that we have got from Emily Designs. Make sure you go pick up this kit. This right here is just the signature. There is nothing else in it right now. I just like to have some sort of visual representation of the kit in front of me when we start the video. I don't know if this is part of the paper or if I did that, but it works anyway. So, what are we doing today? We're doing paper clips. Hidden ones, altered ones, just paper clips in general. I'm going to show you how to make this. I might actually make one of those, by the way. Grab some of Emily's wonderful papers here, and we'll get started. I'll leave a link in the description for the tutorial. This is from Pink Monarch Prints, and it's super simple, but I like to leave those links anyway because, you know, I watched that video. That video gave me the idea to make this video, and I want to give credit where credit is due. So, let's do this hidden one. This can be any size, any shape you want it to be. It does not matter. As a matter of fact, hers, the Pink Monarch Prints, was from a digital that she created. I'm just going off what I have handy. I took a sheet of 12 by 12 and cut 3-inch strip off of it. Cut that in half. So you got a 3 by 6-inch strip. Folded that in half. Folded these down 1/4 of an inch just to give it some extra oomph where it touches the page. It goes down on the page, you know. And then you just slide your paper clip on and slide a paper over the top. Now, a couple things you want to make sure when you do this is it's got to be wide enough for your paper clip to be hidden by this one. So you could do this one. Let me get my pen and I'll show you where my paper clip is at. I'm just tracing it kind of as best I can. So there's my paper clip. So if I wanted to, I could cut this off right about here because you got to give it some room for the glue to take. Right? But I couldn't cut it any shorter than that. Because if I cut it shorter, it wouldn't cover the paper clip. Right? So your bigger one, if you're going to do it this way, has to be bigger than your top one. Right? Let me say that again. This paper has to be bigger than this paper, no matter what size you make it. And let me show you. We're just going to take Emily's paper pen. I'll use this one because it's what I have handy. And I'm going to put this on the bottom. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to make it, let's see. Turn it around. Let's go ahead and make it 2.5 inches wide. Okay? 2.5 inches. Now, it is currently 7 5/8 long. My paper clip is 2 inches. Okay, so my small paper's got to be 2 1/4 to 2.5 minimum. Right? That means my big one has to be at least 1/4 to 1/2 inch longer than that, plus another 1/2 inch. So let's say my paper clip is 2 inches. This paper is going to be 2.5 inches on one side. That's not both sides. That's one side. Okay, 2.5 inches. So then I need 3 inches here plus a 1/2 inch for my overlap, which is 3.5 inches plus 3.5 inches is 7 inches. There's a lot of math that goes into that, y'all. Just eyeball it if you want. That's okay too. Okay. And then my paper that's going to go over the top of that, this one. We're going to use this one. And it's going to be, let's see, we did this one at 2.5. If I do it at 2, that gives us 1/4 inch on every side. So we can do that. 1/4 inch. That gives us 2 inches there. And then my paper clip is 2 inches. And we said we want it to be 2.5 inches. Right? So 2.5 and 2.5 is 5. There, y'all, I hope you're keeping it. Right? Take notes. Take notes. My brain ain't even keeping up right now. Okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull out the scoreboard. You absolutely do not need this. You could just fold this in half. Excuse me, I have a gnat in here for some reason. Y'all. I don't know. It's been really rainy here. I don't know. Maybe that's why I have a gnat. I expect a mosquito, but it seems to be a gnat. And then if you want to eyeball 1/2 inch, you can do that too. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually measure 1/2 inch because I'm not great at eyeballing. So I scored 1/2 inch and 6.5 inch. And then, of course, in the middle at 3.5, which we've already done, but I'm showing you. So now this one, we're only going to score in the middle at 2.5. Okay. Oh, look at there, they both have the same backing paper. Okay, this isn't as complicated as I'm making it sound, I promise. Now we fold this, and we fold this. We're folding up everything. Look, we're not even 10 minutes in, I got my desk full of stuff already. Okay, and then we're going to fold this. Everything all bunched. See how that looks? I like that. Do you like that? I like that. Okay, so we're going to go here, open this up. We're going to pull out some glue. Only in a couple of spots on this one. We're going to put glue here, but not all the way up to this line. Well, you could go all the way up to that line. I don't care. Just don't go all the way to the edge. Is like I just did. If you do go all the way to the edges, grab you a glue sheet, put it underneath, which you should have anyway. Just ignore me. Do as I say, not as I do. Ha! I'm hyper this morning, y'all. Can you tell? Okay, we get that all put down. You gotta be careful with your glue. Luckily, you can't tell it on this piece of paper. But it's stuck down, so I guess I can turn that over. Glue. Fold. Squash. Okay. That's it. That's all you're gluing on that one. And then you're going to put your paper clip on. Whichever side you want to be, the front, back, doesn't really matter. I mean, either way, you can try. You got to try to put it in the middle. Kind of line this up to make sure it fits. You see how it's going to stick up a little bit past your edge there? You see that? There you go. That's because you have a paper clip. So take this, and you're going to glue. Get some glue up in here. Okay, and here. like that. But you're going to glue the entirety of both sides. Doesn't have to be a whole bunch of glue, but enough to make it stick. Okay, and then you're also going to go here, and you're going to glue here and round that paperclip. Some people put tape on them to help them stick in place so they don't move around. I'm going to rely on the glue. And you just put that down, just like so. Press it in place over your paperclip, like so. You can push it down real hard, or you can just make sure the edges get stuck. Turn it over, do the same on the other side. And there you have it. Now you have a paperclip. See how it's loose like that? You can also put another piece on it if you wanted before you glue it together to reinforce this a little so it's not so loose. But now we have this paperclip. And I will put a link for that in the bottom. She describes it better than I could. But just know you can do it in any size you want, any shape you want. Just have to do a little bit of extra thinking to do it. It's not that bad. Promise. Maybe wake up a little earlier and get it done a little quicker than I did. I did not wake up early this morning. Okay, so what else are we going to do? Those are only hidden paperclip. The rest are going to be, well, I lied. These two are going to be hidden. Because what I want to do, I have these, and I'm going to go ahead, fold them over, and burnish them down. Alright. And these are going to be kind of a topper, but not exactly. What does that mean exactly? Well, you see this little notch right here? We're going to use that to do like that. Alright? So I want to strengthen these up some. But to do that, we're going to do it a little weird. I'm just going to use this paper. I should have demoed one of these first and then brought it to you and said, here's what we're going to do. I don't want to glue it down on this side because I want to put some things in between the window and here, but I want to get it glued down on that side. So what if I just glued some things to it and then glued all of it to it? Let's see how that works. Let me get my fussy cuts out. One thing I did not prepare for this video was my fussy cuts. Give me just a moment. That's them. That's them. Okay. That was easy. I didn't think this far ahead. So note to everybody. Think a little further ahead than I did. Now, these are specimen slides. And these are what's on the back of them. So let's see what we can do here. We have this moth, which doesn't fit. But it's okay. We have this, which also doesn't fit. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. We could dissect one if we really wanted to. I don't like that. I almost like this. I do like that, actually. Okay. So, we're going to put our paper down, our blue paper down. And we are going to decide that this is where we want it, because this is where I want it. I'm going to come here and just glue right here and put that down. Okay. And then hold it here and go here. Okay, press that down. And then I'm going to get this side. And there. Okay, got that one. Okay. And then all you'll see is the wing. I'll go ahead and cut this off. I might use it as another specimen piece. Who knows? I'm not going to cut the rest off just yet. I'll set that part aside. And we'll do this one. I think I want to do this bug. No. I'll do this butterfly. This is the top. Keep the top at the top. And we'll put it here like that. And we'll just go up under. Okay, I keep moving everything around, but I got the top at the top. Just put a line here, and a line here, because I know that's basically where it's going to go. Put him, come here. Would you? Told y'all I'm not great at this. Alright? Y'all knew that? There we go. I got that. Now, got that part. Now we want to take this. Was it this one? It was this one. And we want to put it this way because this is what we want to show, you see. So we're going to go on the back of this, and I'm going to glue here. Like that. I want to make sure I get it decently well around all these notches because we're going to be cutting the notches out again. Okay. Now, in order to get this... I still didn't do this through very well. In order to get this to paperclip, we're going to take this like that and fold it in half like so. Okay, sorry, this is what happens when I go off the top of my head. We're going to grab a standard paper clip out of our Lowe's bucket. Anyone will do. And I said anyone will do, but that one's all messed up. That one's all messed up. Give me a good one. There we go. That one will do. So not anyone, just that one. And we're gonna do this. Just like we did the other one. See? This does come in handy. And then we're going to take this. I'm going to flip it over. onto that didn't onto there, because this didn't work the way I wanted it to on this side. Like that. We're going to do it like that. And then we're going to take our glue, do some more here. We're gonna do this in some way or shape or form. This one's not gonna work as well as the next one will. Sorry, guys. I'm bad at this today. Really should have thought this through a little more. There we go. I got it. I got it figured out. I knew I would. Press it down real good. Doesn't matter if it's, well, that might matter a little bit. Okay, so I messed it up some. You know what? It's not a perfect journal, it's a junk journal. I haven't told myself that in a long time. But now we know what to do for the other one, right? And what not to do for this one. I'll go ahead and cut this out. Well, I wanted that tab on the back too. Yeah, this one didn't work out real great. So pretend I didn't do this one, but it says up. It kind of works, and like it's not great, but it is a paperclip. It does do its job. We'll set it up there with that one. Okay, so now we have a little bit better idea of what we're doing, right? So now we're going to get another piece of paper in the style that we want for our backing page. We're going to yell at me to shut up and just glue it down, because this is just a backing page. We still got to fold it up and everything, right? And then put the other piece on. Yep. One day I'll learn. One day I will learn. Okay. So we had it right the first time. But I got to overthinking, which is another one of my bad habits. We'll just... Okay. Now we're just going to glue this down. As is. Let it go. Leave it alone. Let it do its thing. Glue that down. And then cut it out. Okay. And then we're going to fold it at the line. Okay. Trust me this time, because I am no expert. This is why when you watch my channel, you should watch my channel and not just do as I do as we go along. You should watch through first, and then if it works out, then do. Sometimes it does not work out. A lot of times it does not work out. And the reason I'm cutting this way is because I want the slide to line up on both sides. go in and cut, fold it and then cut it, and then both sides will line up. See? Now for the paper clip underneath, I will be, I cut the tab off again. Oh well. It'll be alright. Nobody will know. It'll be our little secret. Just you, me, and the couple of people that watch this video. Yeah? Yeah. Alright. Okay, we got our slide, right? But it still needs a paper clip. First we get out a paper clip that's not horrible. Then we measure, you know, as you do. And we want this here. Roughly like so. The rest will be easier, I promise. I'll take this. I'm gonna mark here and here, and then I'm just gonna pull out my paper cutter. Cut those off. Here and here. Make sure that fits under here. It does. Good. Fold it. It's okay if it's too long, because once we get it settled in place, it'll be fine. See? Because we're going to get it up here, and then we can cut it off at the bottom so that it lines up like it's supposed to. And glue this. And this. Hope your day's going better than mine is so far. Boy, howdy, it's been a day. These paper clips are not working out for me the way I thought they would. Okay, get it in line, and then push everything down. Press it all down. Just like that. Okay? And then cut off your bottom section. Like that. A little more if you feel like it needs it. And voila. Paper clip. That one worked. I don't know why I sound so surprised. Because the first one didn't work, maybe. So we'll keep that piece. All these pieces are to be trash. Not everything needs to be kept. We'll cover up our glue bottle while we plan our next couple of paper clips, and set up for the attack. So these, check these out. I'm going to make this label into one, which should be super easy. A couple more pieces that I'm thinking of making into them. And then I've got these right here. This is why I say print the backs on everything, because these right here are the backs of what was in these windows. This is how they printed, and then I printed a back. And look at this. Are those not the coolest little pieces? So like, you could absolutely make a paper clip out of those. You could use these as like the backing, like you take, probably not this size, because these are 2 inches and I don't think that is. But you could take your paper clip and glue it on like this, and then, or like this, I mean, and then put this here and have your paper clip. Like, come on. These are the cutest little things. And there were 4 tags of this size, so I thought about doing that. So I also have these small paper clips in a Lowe's bucket. I'll put some of those out. We have our larger paper clips, our smaller paper clips, and all of this stuff. So let me see something. This is absolutely long enough to cover that. So what you could do is take you some double-sided tape. I think mine has to come out of the tape runner because I don't have any otherwise. And run your double-sided tape okay, and stick your large part of your paper clip, not the small part. Stick the large part of the paper clip down on your double-sided tape. Alright, that's not a perfect, it won't keep it forever in place. That's where your glue comes in. I'm going to take this. Yes. Yes? No. No. I've got my this. I'm going to take a piece of scrap offcut. Yes. It's a little thin though. Let me get this. I'm going to take a piece of scrap offcut and I'm going to cut it to the size of this tag. Or am I just going to use the back of one of these? I'm just going to take it and cut it and glue it. I'll cut this piece off like so and cut it about yay wide. I feel like that'll be nice. That'll do. Alright, and then I'm going to glue this to that piece. I swear I have done this before. And if you believe me, there's a bridge I want to sell you. I've absolutely not done this before. This is a trial and error and new for me all the way around. Yep. You heard it here first. I don't know what I'm doing. Really? I was just using you. I know you're not empty. Okay, we'll put the pin back in and we'll figure that one out later. Use this one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There it goes. Barely. But it goes. And we slide that on up in there. It goes. And glue it down real good. I need some more glue right there at the edge. There it goes. I shook it. Shook it all to the bottom. Top. To the tip. Shook it all to the tip. I don't like how it discolors like that, but we'll decorate. And you won't notice. And then we're going to take this one, actually, and glue this one down. Are we though? Whoa, that scared me. Yep. I'm going to glue that there. I'm going to put that there. And then glue this one on top of it. Like that. Yep. Oh, that works. I have it pretend figured out. My glue page in there. So I don't glue it to the bottom there. Sure the edges down. And then pull this out. Well, I gotta come up with a plan for that. Because it wants to slide off of there. So what if we fill in some more glue here? To the point. Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess I'm going to have to get a little glue here at the top. To kind of hold it in place up there. Oh, really? Probably should have done some more thinking on this. I think that's going to work. I think. Do I know? No, obviously. Because I've never done this before. Let's try something else. Let's try doing this. Right? Instead of the way we did it there. Doing it like this. And then gluing this Pick a glue, any glue, preferably one that works. This side, like so. I guess if you did it this way, you could make up a whole bunch of these and then set them off to the side for future use. New mask make idea. Uh-huh. Well, I sneaked you off. Right? And then you just take your thing that you want to become a paperclip, grab the right glue, and do this. And put it wherever you wanted to locate it. I'm just going to put it like that. I don't mind the top being seen like that. I can always put a little decoration up there if needed. But just scoop it down real good and you'd have your paper clip. And you wouldn't have to worry about it slipping off of there because it's already glued everywhere. Maybe. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to make this work. A lot of stuff I'm just getting rid of here. What about taking two of these? Guess it's all about the same thing, isn't it? All about taking your paper clip and sliding it over a piece of paper and then gluing your pieces on top of that. I'm pretty sure that I've just cracked some secret code nobody wants to tell you. That everybody knows and nobody wants to talk about. And you have to figure it out all yourself. So, here, I'm going to let y'all know this code. Fold a piece of paper in half. Doesn't matter what size it is. Put a paper clip on it. Throw some glue on it. Put a topper on, whatever you want your paper clip to be made out of. Maybe put enough glue. Whatever you want to become your paper clip, put that on there. Try to center it. It helps. Press it down real good. Turn it over and put whatever you want to be on the other side of your paper clip. Right? And then press that down real good. And kaboom! Got a hidden paper clip. Without all the extra fuss and muss of measuring anything. Why didn't anybody tell me this before? And when I say it doesn't matter how big it is, how big the paper is that you glue down, I mean it. Watch this. You see this? Right? I I'm going to take this paper clip, put it right there. See how small and skinny it is? Right? Whatever you want on the front needs to be on the fat side of your paper clip. I don't know why, but it does. So take whatever you want to be on the back. Sorry. Whatever you want to be on the back, glue it up, and put it on the short side of your paper clip. Make sure you leave yourself some room at the top so you can attach it. Okay, and take whatever you want to be on the front. Glue it up. Touch it. Maybe cut it off at the smaller of the two. Just because. Glue it up. I'll have to do some more decorating on the back of the scarab, but that's okay. There are plenty of ways to do that. And boom, paper clip. Mostly. I seem to have not gotten enough glue on this part. Let's fix that. Paperclip. Yeah, that's a time saver knowing that. Why didn't anybody tell me about this? Why do y'all gatekeep things? Not everybody. I mean, yeah, some of y'all didn't even realize this was a thing until literally just now. Like, you've been doing it. You've been making paper clips, and you've been doing that, but you did not realize that was a thing until just now. I get that. Fold a piece of paper. Put your paper clip on it. Just make sure it's long enough to fit the paper clip. That is the thing, isn't it? You've got to make sure it's long enough to fit your paper clip. I keep some of these for a reason. Trim it out if you wish. Get your piece to put on the back side. One through this way. Yes. Yes, I do. But what about this one? I can put one of these. Not that one. Oh, yeah. I put that one. Over. Glue it up. Squash it down. And this one, I'm going to glue up this side instead. Because I don't want to glue up too much of my piece here. And we're just going to attach it like so. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Thought I didn't do it right. I didn't trim it out like I should have on the back. But you can still do that. You can still go back in with your scissors. And not well. But you can. And trim it up. Like so. And yeah, that's it. And I think that's where we're going to be done for the day. So that's it. That's the secret. Fold a piece of paper and glue something to each side, and then boom, paperclip. That was, in the end, easier than I was making it out to be. And that was accidental. I didn't mean to make it difficult for anybody. But now I know, and knowing is half the battle. So yeah. So we made paper clips today. Lots of them, actually. This was... Why do I wait so long to start making these? No idea. No idea. But here we are. We have 8 paper clips we made today. Thank you for joining me on this little journey. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure you check out the links in the description below so you can get your kits. Make sure you check out the links in the description below so you can follow along with the challenges. And make sure you check out the links in the description below, because there's just 4 amazing creators in this Junetober set this year. So yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.